All right, and we welcome you in live here on the EIF Network. We're back, and this week again, another couple of matches set to be featured on the week before EIF SummerSlam 9, which you're going to see a ton of action. That's going to be coming your way Saturday, August 8th here on the network. Tonight, we're getting set for our main event of the evening here on Fight Zone episode 71, with tomorrow night's episode being Extreme Distortion 243, and that's coming your way tomorrow night, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So for all our EIF competitors, make sure you're there. As far as it goes tonight, we're seeing a champion versus champion main event. Since winning the championship for the first time in nearly 5 years, Frost has been on a main event spree lately, dealing with some of the roughest and toughest EIF superstars of today. We saw a main event a couple times last week. He's going to get the call again tonight against a guy who, well, he may not be in that main event category just yet, but Beatdown has certainly been making surges throughout the league over the last couple of months here with his current reign of the United States Championship, his second reign with that title in a very short span of time. Beatdown's been quite successful lately, not only in winning, but in matches where he's lost, competing with very difficult upper level challengers in the EIF. This could very well be, especially for a guy who is more of the superstardom caliber as is Beatdown, could very well be the beginning to Beatdown's rise to superstardom and through superstardom to get to the main event. He's got a challenge ahead of him tonight, and it's going to be the undisputed superstardom champion in our champion versus champion main event here tonight. And of course, Beatdown will also be making his character debut with the Lunatic Fringe. The following contest is our main event of the evening. This is a non-title champion versus champion match. Introducing first on his way to the ring, representing Dean Ambrose, the current reigning EIF United States champion. This is the Beatdown. So the Beatdown, again, United States champion, after defeating Jetstar for that championship back at Victory Votes. He was voted in, along with a couple of other challengers decided, but people wanted to see Beatdown and Jet continue their rivalry, and guess what? You don't need to vote this time because you're going to get to see it this Saturday on the EIF Network. Superstardom is the destination. The United States Championship will be the intention, as we're going to see Jetstar and Beatdown's fourth one-on-one yet again for the U.S. Championship. The winner to walk in with their country's gold at SummerSlam. But no gold, whether it be U.S. Intercont or X Division, is higher than that one. Introducing his opponent from New Hampshire. He is the current reigning EIF Undisputed Superstardom Champion, representing the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. This is Frost. Frost and Beatdown. I don't know if this is a first, but if not, it's certainly a rare opportunity. We see these two collide one-on-one with each other. Frost looking at his championship, looking at Beatdown's U.S. title. Frost, much like Beatdown, still unaware, well, Frost, unlike Beatdown, actually, I should say, in judging the differences first, that Frost knows he will be the Superstardom champion walking in to SummerSlam, but he still does not know who will be his challenger. Will he have challengers? And with just a week and a half to go until EIF's biggest pay-per-view event of the summer, concerns, you have to wonder, I mean, is Frost going to be sidetracked mentally going into this main event here tonight at Fight Zone, thinking about that? Is that at all going to be a factor heading into the Superstardom champion's mind in this match, and can Beatdown take advantage? It looks and would seem to be likely that Beatdown may not get that opportunity come SummerSlam to compete for this main event championship as we get set to take the match onto Xbox Live field, but it feels as if it could be a huge opportunity for Beatdown to say, listen, you consider, say it was a fluke, say you weren't ready, say this, say that. I still, in the record books, have a win over the undisputed Superstar champion, and what that could do for Beatdown is huge. We want to remind everybody a slight change from what we're used to seeing in Frost. Of course, we know that Beatdown's making a change as well, going from Kane to Edge to Dean Ambrose, all three superstars at one point or another he's been U.S. champion with. But Frost tonight will be using the Randy Orton downloadable content Hall of Pain edition. He's also using a WrestleMania 31 downloadable attire. So a slight change, as many people that have watched the matches in past know that Frost normally will use the in-game Randy Orton. It's the same one he used to end the 3-month Undisputed Superstar title reign of former Undisputed Superstar champion Brutality, who was not in action tonight, a rare mishap for EIF's COO, and of course one of the 4 Money in the Bank ladder match competitors at SummerSlam. Going to be a huge opportunity to get to see that. And plenty more news. Don't forget, guys, before the end of this week, we are having the EIF Twitter page launch. We'll reveal details about that on Saturday's broadcast. And we want to remind everybody right now, again, we will be broadcasting Saturday. The plan is the United States Championship match between Beatdown and Jetstar. We could be seeing another match other than that. And of course, we'll have those details covered for you upon our next stream. But we want to thank you for tuning in here tonight to our Fight Zone number 72 main event. Actually, correction, Fight Zone episode number 71, but still, either way, Beatdown and Frost opportunity. And it's a rare match that we've seen, although many people have seen Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton compete in real life. Completely different here on the game. Speaking of games, of course, for those that want to stay up to date with WWE 2K16, we promised in previous streams that we would try to deliver to you the most up-to-date news on WWE 2K16, not only their game, but of course EIF news as well. And while we don't have anything on the Extreme International Fighting side to update you on, we do want to remind everybody that now a pre-order bonus, you will get the Terminator. That's right, Arnold Schwarzenegger will make his WWE video game debut in the 2K franchise with WWE 2K16. And again, if you pre-order that game, you're going to get access to the Terminator's in-game character. And who knows, will we see Schwarzenegger come back and end up becoming Superstardom champion next year with whoever his representative is? That is yet to be seen, although it would be quite the unique. As you can all see, we're getting ready, approaching the midway point of this loading bar. Loading has been pretty decent today, much better than what I know some of our viewers have had to bear through. We've seen some loading bars extend as long as 20 minutes. This should be nowhere near that. In other news, we used to break down some EIFHL news for you guys in regards to NHL 15. Nothing along that, but NHL 16 is having somewhat of a beta for the EA Sports Hockey League. So if you like NHL, you like EA Sports, and you want to try something out, July 30th, so in just 2 days, they're going to be releasing that beta. Should be pretty interesting. I know I'll be playing it, so any of you NHLers out there that are interested in that, make sure you look some stuff up, find some information, and find your way into how you can get the beta. Should be no issue if you already have NHL 15 purchased. As you can see, the loading bar continues to move up more and more rapidly. We're about to be underway. This could be a good win for either of these guys. We mentioned, Beatdown not only just for the sake of getting the win because he beats the Superstar champion in non-title action, but for the fact that Beatdown would have the opportunity to get some momentum heading into his title defense this Saturday. But, I mean, if you're Frost, look, you're the world champion now. And it's been a long time since Frost has been in this position here in EIF. And we talked about earlier in this broadcast, literally about a half of a decade ago was the last time Frost was champion, just about 5 years. You're champ now, and that's the thing. You're always going to have a target on your back. You're always going to want to have people knocking at the door to fight you. You've got to come to the surface and rise to the occasion, and we're going to find out if he can do that right here in our main event as we get set. Ding, ding, ding. And we are underway. Beatdown kicks it off as the U.S. champion gets a neckbreaker snuck in on the world champion. Maybe Frost not ready. And we mentioned the nerves. Is Frost at all worried about the uncertainty of the Superstardom title match at SummerSlam 9? August 8th, live on the EIF Network, don't forget. As Beatdown with a big right hand, and he stopped again with another Eif Fz press from the Superstardom champion. Beatdown stomp on the ribs was attempted from Frost. Beatdown able to avoid it. His DDT is avoided from Frost. Russian leg sweep counter from the world champion. And another Eif Fz from Frost. Spamming early here. Doesn't want to lose the opportunity to use that move. And he will. That's going to be your warning, Frost. No using it for at least 5 minutes. Beatdown gets up. And now again. Oh wait, it was a reversal. It was a reversal. My bad. Oh great. Well, just unless you reverse, don't do it for 5 minutes. Sorry. This is ridiculous. I know it's not your fault necessarily. And I apologize to my viewers here. Again, we're just trying to make sure that we can assure best quality here for the match. Best opportunity for both competitors. That includes Beatdown, who hit a drop kick. It wasn't enough to take the champion down. The Viper strikes with a big clothesline. That drop kick misses. Beatdown's opportunity running. Drop kick to the leg. Not to avail or prevail, although that uppercut did for Frost. Ground grapple reversal for Beatdown, who's taking a burying in the momentum, but float over neckbreaker connects, and he's looking to climb out of that. And Beatdown has not been in action for about a week. Took some time away, some personal time, well-deserved for a full-time competitor who's been quite the busy man over the last few months with the EIF, involved on the U.S. Championship picture. But Beatdown knows it's time to get back to work and time to climb, I guess, as well, as Beatdown heads to the top turnbuckle with Dean Ambrose. Diving axe handle misses. Frost up to both feet, forearm to the back. Beatdown's had a really tough time getting Frost on the ground. You notice a lot of Beatdown's offense has kept Frost on both feet. It's a challenge now as the drop kick misses. And Frost with a right forearm to the face. Beatdown can flash some forearms as well. And Frost with a Russian leg sweep. Is it enough to get a signature? Not quite. That is, though. And the champion is nearing the finisher. Perhaps the finish to the match. We'd like to wrap things up rather quickly if possible. Beatdown just too early on the grapple. Signature was attempted from Frost. And Beatdown got the reversal. Frost reverses the signature attempt from Beatdown. You don't get it's not too often that you get an opportunity to hit that signature. I think Beatdown recognized that with Ambrose and wanted to go for it. But Frost has the finisher now. It could be RKO time, and it is RKO out of nowhere. Hooks the leg. And Beatdown kicks out at 0. Oh my goodness. Beatdown not ready to go to bed just yet in this match. And now, while we mentioned Beatdown struggling to get Frost on the ground, this should do it. Suplex connects. Off the rope goes the U.S. champ. He backpedals and comes forward. Reverse hangman neckbreaker connecting as the U.S. champion Beatdown looking to slow the pace here a little bit. He's on the middle rope. Thinking dive, and he does. Nobody home. So again, we mentioned Frost hit that RKO, and maybe it was too early on Frost's part. Maybe Beatdown just wasn't damaged enough, but now Beatdown's in the driver's seat. You look at this momentum, 90-22. Beatdown has a big opportunity. Both superstars had one signature reversed, and now Frost has one taunt utilized. So you have to wonder if either of these guys will take the risk on that again. This is Beatdown's debut as Dean Ambrose as well, so you factor the week off, plus new character. A lot of adjustments needing to be made for the United States champion. You have to wonder if that's factoring into maybe the troubles he had early on in this match, and now he's starting to adapt a little bit more as Frost from the middle rope, hanging, neckbreaker connects. Undisputed Superstar champion trying to get back in the driver's seat, but Beatdown uses one of 3 ring escapes. And now the stare-off begins. Looks like Frost is going to give clean entry, and he does. Beatdown goes running, stops, goes for the referee. He takes him down. That's right, the referees have A little bit of versatility in this game. We've seen it over the past few months, and a big clothesline from Frost. He's climbing back into the momentum chart. But beatdown looking to stop him. Double arm. Hip toss connects. And one taunt for beatdown, and he's got a signature. Frost and beatdown each with one taunt. Drop kick to the keister, it looked like, of the Superstorm champion. That sends him back down, and beatdown looking like he's trying to utilize the ground game. We mentioned he was having trouble keeping the Superstorm champion Frost on the ground for much of the early goings in this match. Could be what he's attempting for now, as he runs for the clothesline, misses, and before he can get out and onto the turnbuckles, he is forced back in and then forcefully using his second ring escape to get out, and his second taunt as well. And Frost with two taunts. Frost nearing his signature. He almost had it, I thought there, but beatdown able to beat him to the drop kick. Frost beats him to the fast press. It's been a few minutes. It's going to count. And so will the signature, as it's been validated for Frost. Clothesline hits the referee. It was not the intended receiver of that one. Back suplex connects for beatdown. 141, 116. It's getting close. Got to give credit to Frost for closing the gap quite a bit. Oh, wait a minute, Frost, he got his first signature reverse. He's not going to get reversed this time. From the middle rope, feet hanging, DDT connects. And Frost with finisher in possession. Before beatdown, he already has hit one RKO. A second one could be doomsday for the U.S. champion, and it is the RKO! Frost crawling over, hooks the leg, two, and the undisputed Superstorm champion picks up the victory. Well-fought match by two EIF champions here in the Superstardom brand, but ultimately the undisputed Superstardom champion prevails. No mind games playing tricks on Frost tonight. He comes away with the victory. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Our next match, or our next shows, for the people that want to compete, is going to be tomorrow night, Extreme Distortion, 6 to 8. Our next broadcast, Saturday. Make sure you tune in. If you haven't done so already, follow us here at the EIF Network, and we will see you next time right back here on Twitch.